everybody. Today I'll be making chocolate macaroons. They are one of my favorite things. It combines coconut and in this case chocolate. They are so delicious. I have not made this recipe for a while. I'm just going to dive right into this wonderful recipe, starting with a little bit of pre-prep. So I need 3 large egg whites. So what I've got here, I've got my 3 eggs. So I'm just going to separate them. You've got to crack your egg and then carefully separate it. And then basically you're just letting all the white escape into the bowl while not breaking the yolk. So the other thing I need to do now is melt my chocolate. I've created a little double boiler situation here. Just going to put about half of my chocolate in there. I'm going to let it melt. Once it's melted, I'll add the rest of the chocolate. And you just don't want a lot of steam coming up around the chocolate because you don't want any moisture getting in there at all. You just have to be patient when it comes to melting chocolate. Starting to get nice and melty. I think I'm ready to put the rest of my chocolate in there. And we'll just let that melt in. I've got my chocolate that I just melted. I let it cool just a little bit. So I'm just going to pour this melted chocolate into this bowl. Now I'm just going to add all the rest of my ingredients, and then I'm going to get my hands right in there and really give it a good mix. Got the coconut, got cocoa, 3/4 of a cup of white sugar, and that was a 1/4 cup of cocoa, and it's 2.5 cups of unsweetened coconut. 3 egg whites, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I've got my Maldon salt here, so I'm just going to take it, crush it in my fingers. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a mix with the spatula first, and then I'm just going to get my hands in there. Getting your hands right in there and just mixing away. It smells so good, so good. But you can see it's completely and totally mixed up. It's all moist, essentially. So there's no dry coconut bits whatsoever. So now I'm going to put them onto my prepared cookie sheets in little chocolate haystacks. So I've got my bowl of the chocolate mixture, a bowl of clean cold water. I basically want to put my hands into the cold water and then grab a little pile. So what I'm doing is I'm taking about a 1.5 tablespoons there, and I'm just going to make a little chocolate haystack. These actually come together really, really nicely. You can make these as small or as big. You can make them bite-sized. These are a little bit on the larger side. Just mounding it just like that. So you can put them about 1 inch apart on the cookie sheet. And you don't want these to be too compacted either. You want them to be nice and sort of loosely packed. So you don't want to form them into a tight ball. You're just loosely forming them into a little haystack shape. And the water basically just prevents your fingers from getting too sticky. And if you find you have some sort of big chunks that have been compressed when you were mixing, just break them up a little bit. I don't know, me being me, I think I prefer the slightly smaller shape. If you're doing a cookie platter, you have a whole bunch of different things, then you can have a little taste of everything. That's always my happiest thing, is when I can have a taste of everything. So I'm just going to pop these into a 350-degree oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, so my chocolate macaroons have just come out of the oven. What you want is you want them to be firm to the touch, but still soft in the center. That is key to a good macaroon. These ones feel good. Forget about the fact that they kind of look like little cow patties. They're delicious. They're chocolatey, they're coconutty, they're sweet. I'm gonna try one as soon as these cool down, which, I don't know. They might be ready actually. They're warm still. I'm just dying to try it, so I think I'm just gonna do it. Chewy, a little crunchy on the outside. Uber coconutty, obviously. These are a winner. Really, really good. And as you can see, dead simple. If you do want to make these yourself, head on over to bakewithmetv.com. If you like what I'm doing there, if you like what I'm doing here, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure that you hit the little bell so that you get notifications. So happy baking, everyone, and have a wonderful day.